Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So I thought, in light of it being September and all, and everyone starting school, if not today, then you already started, I would finally share this story of mine about how I got kicked out of college in my first year. Yeah. It's been a while since then, so there's a couple parts to it, and I'm gonna just tell you everything, because why not? So my first year of college, I was going to school in the city. It was a community college, and I'm gonna leave it at that because
I don't know if anyone's from there would see it and I would somehow get in trouble. I don't know, even though I didn't do anything. Anyways,
yeah, I was going to the school and I was taking a Spanish class, and with language classes, usually you have a lecture and then you have like a computer lab that you go and do like the textbook and speaking and online and everything. And yeah, there was a girl in the class, let's give her the name Annabelle, because I don't even remember her name. And Annabelle was one of those students that no one really got along with her, because she was the kind of student that would ask if we had homework, or like just ask like really dumb questions, you know? Like, yeah, there's no such thing as a dumb question, but she would think of those dumb questions that you think like, damn, like how did you think of that, you know? So in the computer lab, it's not individual desks. It's like a long table, and let's say there's like 7 computers on each table, and they're all, you know, nice and close to each other, because the lab is meant for like over 100 people, so you know they need to fit all that stuff in there and all those people and whatever. Okay, you get the point. So I used to sit at the first chair, first computer, right next to the door. So Annabelle comes in, and there's no kind of like separation of the desk, so she just sits next to me. But when she does that, she rudely drops her 5-pound bag on my arm and just plops herself down. She's talking to her friend. I guess, I don't know, she didn't notice or she didn't care. And I was like, excuse me, can you please move your bag?
and when I say it that calmly, I probably didn't say it that calmly because, like I said, Annabelle was already difficult to get along with. So the Alyssa probably came out of me.
I can't recreate that because I would need to be frustrated in order to do that. As I was saying, I was like, excuse me, can you move your bag, please? And Annabelle was like, I don't need to move my bag because this is my desk. Keep in mind, I just told ya how there is no individual desk, right? So, as I said, the Alyssa in me came out, and I was like, move your bag. And like I said, her 5-pound bag, and I say 5 pounds because if you think about it, 5 pounds can feel pretty freaking heavy. And yeah, I moved her 5-pound bag, and it was like on my arm, not next to it. It was on my arm. I was like, move your freaking bag. So then Annabelle was like, oh my god, what is your problem? Like, why would you touch my stuff like that? Like, you're such a... And then I was like, I asked you to move your bag nicely. It's not my fault you want to come out with an attitude when I asked you nicely the first time.
And yes, when I get upset, I stutter and I cannot pronounce my words correctly. I already have trouble with that when I'm not upset. If you ever notice, like, I'll be saying words that don't even make sense.
I was like, I just asked you nicely, and you wanted to come out your face like I don't need to. You own stuff in here? No, I don't see Annabelle written anywhere in this damn building. So then I was like, I asked you nicely and you ain't moved it the first time. Like, what you thought? I was gonna be, can you pretty please move your bag, Annabelle? Like, I'll do anything, Annabelle. Like, no, you don't answer. No, you're not gonna be rude to me and I'm gonna be nice back. No, I'm sorry, I'm not built that way. So then, right, once I moved that bag the first time, when Annabelle's over here bleeping me out, she's like, oh my god, what is your problem? I put my stuff there. So then Annabelle puts her bag back on my freaking arm. Like, holy crap, you don't know who I am. Like, you clearly don't. You just don't. So then I pushed it back again, and then it goes back and forth. And then while that's happening, the professor comes over because I get loud. I'm loud naturally, so when I get angry, I get louder than loud. And then the professor comes. Oh, what's going on over here? Why are you two yelling? Ooh. Like, she needs to know who she's talking to, because she's not gonna be rude to me. She's in my personal space, and I asked her nicely to back up, and she's still in my personal space. So then while I'm saying that, and she's putting her bag back on my damn arm, while I'm saying this, on my arm, on it, like she's testing me, she keeps putting the bag on my arm, and I keep pushing it, and I'm like, yo, dude, what is your problem? Ooh. And I was cursing at this point already because she's testing me. So then Annabelle was like, oh my god, you keep touching my bag. I'm like, you just slapped me, Professor. Did you just see that? Oh my god. I swear to God, those are the words that came out of her mouth. Like, I did not touch her. I pushed her bag. If the bag hit her in the face, that's not my fault. I asked you nicely the first time. Then you want to argue with me about it. So you hit yourself with the bag. That's what happened. So whatever. Then the professor goes, if you two can't get along, you must stop right now. You need to go to work, or like, you're not doing anything. Tell her to move. Like, I don't know what you I'm like, clearly you have no kind of classroom management if you don't know how to freaking dissolve a situation. So then Annabelle leaves. She leaves the stupid bag on the freaking chair, and I'm just doing my work, and I'm trying to get things done.
And that class was freaking at 3 o'clock and it ended at 5. I hated that class because I had a 2-hour break before it. It was so annoying. Anyways.
So I'm almost done doing my work. I'm about to be out. And then the next thing you know, a security guard comes to the classroom. And she's like, I need to speak to Alyssa Bleep. And I'm just like, yes? Why? Like, why do you need to speak to me? And then she's like, oh, you need to leave the classroom with me. You need to come with me. And I'm just like, are you, oh, whatever. I'm leaving anyways. I go with her in the hallway, and she has a paper to fill out a report. She's like, oh, what happened in the classroom? I just explained to her everything that just happened, that she was invading my personal space, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, oh, so did you hit her? And I'm like, what do you mean did I hit her? No, I didn't hit her. And then she's like, well, she's claiming you slapped her. And I'm like, I slapped her. I slapped her. Oh my god.
I was like, wow, this girl got some huevos grande. Because to claim someone slapped you when you didn't get slapped, for that you should get slapped. Like, if I would have slapped, first of all, I would have punched her. I would have slapped her. Why am I gonna slap you? That's not gonna do nothing.
So then the security guard's trying to calm me down, because she's like, oh, would you like to write a statement about your side? And I'm like, what do you mean my side? I did not touch her. I moved her bag. She was invading my personal space. The professor didn't do anything. That's what happened. So then she's like, all right, can you just sign this because you didn't want to write a statement? I'm like, whatever. I signed it. I was like, I told you what happened. I don't know, what more do you want from my life? And I left, and I was boiling hot, like I wanted to stab somebody type boiling. I'm getting itchy, like reliving my feelings. So then that happened.
So now, and that was on a Friday, so I had like 3 days off. I don't know, 4 or 5 days, because I don't know, I had a few days off anyways.
From the Spanish class, so I didn't see Annabelle. And then I get a call while I'm at work, right? At this time, I was working, I was going to school, and I was dealing with my little brother, like picking him up from school and stuff. So I was a busy person. And I get a call at work, and they're like, hello, this is Alyssa Sanchez. And I'm like, what do you want? Who are you? Why are you calling me? And then they're like, oh, this is student conduct, and we have a report here, and you need to come see us as soon as possible. And I was like, I don't know when you expect me to do that, because I have class and I'm working and I have other responsibilities. And then she's like, well, you need to come see us as soon as possible because of the incident with Annabelle. And I'm like, when would you like me to do that? So she gives me a whole list of days and times. I'm like, I have class, I work, I have class, I work, I have my brother, I work, I have class, I have class. Like,
and on top of this, it was the end of the semesters, so finals was coming up, and you think I'm gonna, like, really?
So she's like, all right, well, you need to come see us as soon as possible. I'm marking you down that you refuse to come see us. And I'm like, I'm not refusing. Our schedules are not compatible. So I don't know what you want me to do for you, but I can't do anything for you. I already told the security guard my statement. So I don't know what more you need from my life. So fast forward to 2 weeks later when I'm trying to go into the school building.
And when I just want to say fast forward because I had this phone call, and then I was going to class for 2 weeks.
And then that Friday that I'm trying to go to lab, they don't let me in the building because my ID's not working. And I'm just like, what's going on? So then they're like, you have a hold on your ID. You need to come with us immediately. I have to go to class. Like, I don't have time for this. They're like, oh, you can't go to class unless you come with us. It's like, where are you taking me? You need to come to student conduct. Okay, like, you're not allowed in this building unless you come with us to student conduct. So freaking take me to student conduct. So I go to student conduct with them. And it's the same lady that called me 2 weeks ago. She's like, you need to see us as soon as possible or you will not be allowed in the building. And I'm just like, what the... So can I see ya right now? I'm here right now. And she's like, no, you need to make an appointment. I'm like... You telling me you blocked my ID to get me to your office to make an appointment because you need to see me, right? So I'm here in your office now. Why can't you see me now? You need to make an appointment. I'm supposed to be in class right now, and y'all over here stressing me out about making a damn appointment. Like, we already tried this, and honey, it's so whatever. I made the stupid appointment, and the appointment wasn't for another 2 weeks. The semester was already over. And I was just like, I need to go to class. And they were like, you cannot go to class. You're not allowed in the building anymore. Please leave with us now. And I was fuming. I was like, yeah, I was like, if I see Annabelle, I'm gonna slap her. Yeah, I lost my cool. It was not pretty. So yeah, that happened. So now fast forward to a few weeks later, and I finally meet with the person that's been hunting me down and shut down my ID. And literally the meeting took 5 minutes. He could have seen me the day I was there in the office to make the appointment. That was so important. He was like, oh, so you have a hearing and you have to come to the hearing and it's gonna be about you slapping Annabelle. And I'm just like, are you joking me right now? Like, I did not touch her. He's like, yes, but we have to have a student committee hearing with both of you presenting your sides and we'll see who's telling the truth. And I'm like, bro, you joking me right now, bro? So I'm not allowed in the school building, only to see these people. It was the last few weeks of the semester, so all classes finished. Didn't get to do final projects, didn't get to hand in final projects because, teachers are pricks sometimes and they don't accept emailed work, which I don't know what the deal is with that. It's freaking 2019, get over yourselves. Anyways, and yeah, I was like, great.
So I did have 2 teachers that were kind enough to let me email my stuff, and they gave me good passing grades. And the other 2 were freaking pricks and failed me. And I had A's in their freaking classes. Oh my god.
Fast forward to another 2 weeks later. It's like the middle of June. I go to the school, my mom, my dad. They're pissed because I failed and I was kicked out of school. And what parent wouldn't be?
Oh, and on top of that, I pay for school. I don't get financial aid, so I failed 2 classes. I gotta pay to, take them again.
So then, we're at this hearing, and guess what goes down? So it's like a real, like, you know, judges, juries type hearing, except it's in a school version. So it's me. My mom came in.
She couldn't say anything though. I don't know what the hell was the point of that. I don't know what was the point of her being there then. They were like, oh, you could bring someone to be with you, but they can't even say anything. So I don't know.
And there was like 5 people on the jury, and then a mediator like saying who says what and when, and then the guy that I originally met with. So they were like, oh, we're reviewing what happened with Annabelle and Alyssa, and we have a witness saying that Alyssa did slap Annabelle. And I'm like, a witness? Who saw me slap her? Because was this person? I don't. What? So guess who walks in? The damn professor. I was like, wow, that's really something else. So then they're asking the professor, like, oh, what happened? And he was like, oh, first of all, I'm gonna say what he told you, what he told everybody. He was like, oh, I was in front of the class, I was telling them what to do, and then I heard yelling, and I went over to them, and she stood up, shook her, and slapped her. Out of a class of, remember, the room is meant for like 100 people. There was 3 different classes in there at that time. You and Annabelle were the only ones that saw me slap her. Oh, I'm sorry. Shake her and slap her. How you sound, bro? So they were like, okay. Like, they didn't show no emotion because, you know, they're supposed to be unbiased. And it was just like, are you joking? And I was only allowed to ask questions. Like, I wasn't allowed to, like, say comments about what he said. Like, call him a liar, you know, because he was lying. I was only allowed to ask him questions. And I remember I got so pissed off because he really said that. I was like, are you joking right now? I didn't say that. I don't remember what I said. But all I know is that the mediator, he was like, oh, you can only ask questions. And I'm like, fine. Why are you lying? And they just looked at me like, and I was like, dead serious. Like, why are you lying? So he left. And, you know, I was able to recall the witness to ask him more questions. And guess what? After he left like he split because he knew he was lying and he didn't want to be asked any more questions about it. So fast forward to Annabelle comes in and they're asking her the same thing, like, what happened with you and Alyssa? And she was like, I don't know, she was just like yelling at me and then she just slapped me. Like, she was cursing at me and she slapped me. They were like, okay, so she was just yelling at you for no reason? Yeah, I don't know why she was yelling. She was just yelling at me and then she just slapped me. I don't know, I don't remember. What hand did she slap you with? I don't remember. I was in such shock. Like, all I know is that she was yelling at me and cursing at me and then she slapped me. Like, I don't know, it could have been this side. I don't remember. Did you take a picture maybe after she hit you? Was it like red, swollen? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't remember. Like, I don't know. I was just sitting there watching this like, are you joking me right now? This is why the frick I couldn't come to school for almost a month. Because this chicken head didn't freaking know what happened. I was like, yo. Like, and then I had my chance to tell them what happened, what really freaking happened. And I told them, I was like, she put her bag, she invaded my personal space. Yes, I cursed her out. Yes, I pushed her bag. No, I did not touch her. I did not touch her. I touched her things. I cursed at her. I yelled at her. I did not touch her. So then, after that freaking horror show was over, they had a freaking, like, I don't know, discussion, like, you know, like when the jury deliberate. There we go. Yeah, they had a little deliberation for like 20 minutes and then they're like, okay, you're good to go. They didn't even tell me anything. I was like, that literally took like an hour and a half. I was so annoyed, bro. I was so over it. I just wanted to get the hell out of there. So then I finally get an email saying that I was found not guilty, saying I would get a letter in the mail in 2 weeks. Just want to say, it's a whole 2 years later. I never got that letter. Someone claimed that I slapped them, and yeah, take their side and have a whole hearing while she gets to go to school still. But I get kicked out and fail 2 classes because she said I slapped her. But then it wasn't over. I was like, you know what? I was found not guilty. I gotta get these grades fixed, but it's alright. I gotta get my money back, you know, considering the circumstances. I was found not guilty. It should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. God was like, yeet, you gotta go through it, boo. Jeez Louise. Spent literally the entire semester trying to get the grades appealed. I had to submit 2 appeals, talk to 50 people, and like I couldn't find the professors. Like, they freaking vanished off the face of the earth. They never existed because I was trying to find them to tell, like, you know, at least let them sign the appeal and, like, you know, agree to letting them change my grades. Pa carajo, because they, I don't know, I made them up. They were a figment of my imagination. And then whatever, I finally got the stupid grades appealed, so it wouldn't ruin my GPA. And now it was time to get the money back. Another 2 appeals later, and speaking to another 50 people later, I finally found a very helpful person in that damn building that helped me write the appeal and submit it. And they even denied it again. And then he was like, no, don't deny it. Y'all better give her damn money, because what the hell. And yeah, I got my money back. But I was like, how?
First of all, if you were to slap somebody, whether it's high school, college, middle school, freaking the public, I would be in handcuffs. Or, like, at least, like, you know, I would be, like, yeah, in handcuffs. Like, it's a college. You're gonna get arrested if you're assaulting somebody.
So the fact that didn't even go down proves that I ain't touch her. And they was just like, oh no, you ain't coming back here because she said you slapped her. I was so upset, y'all. But it's a new year. I've moved on. I got my money back. I took my time off from school. I will never be returning to that school ever again. I don't care if my life depends on it. I'm good. And I found a new school to go to, and I'm actually starting, hopefully, next week, Thursday.
Is it Thursday? I think it's Tuesday. One of the T's.
I just wanted to share this with you because school's starting, or started already. I wanted to share something, some life stories with you, because why not? That's how I got kicked out of college, and the freaking struggle I went through. Because it wasn't a struggle, it was a freaking struggle. And yeah, that's my freaking life.
And if you like how I tell my stories, like and subscribe to my channel. By the way, I did not buy this wig for the purpose of this video. I'm not that psycho. Or these glasses. These are from Justice. And if you know what store that is, you're old as hell. Because I don't even think they have that store anymore. And if they do, it's not really Justice. Like, they changed that store way too much. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to see how I look blonde, so I bought this wig. And it said 100% guarantee returns. They lied to me. Go to sleep. So now I just have a blonde wig.